Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling something that can feel incredibly overwhelming and isolating, too.
Yeah.
The experience of an anxiety attack. We've got one main source guiding us today. It's excerpts from a really helpful YouTube video. It's from Therapy in a Nutshell. And the video is called, So You're Having an Anxiety Attack, the Calm Down Method for Stopping Anxiety Attacks.
That's right. And our goal here with this deep dive is really to unpack the practical, sort of immediate tools and the core message from this video. So if you've ever felt that sudden, really intense surge of panic or just overwhelm, or maybe you're just curious about, what actually happens and what steps might help right then, this diet is definitely for you.
Exactly. We're not just talking about anxiety attacks in theory. We're getting right into the actionable strategies presented in this source. What can you actually do when you feel like you're losing it?
Let's dive into this material then and pull out those specific techniques and also that crucial message underneath it all about finding your footing when things feel, well, shaky.
Okay, so first off, the video really gets into validating how intense an anxiety attack feels. It's like way more than just feeling nervous, isn't it? It describes feeling completely overwhelmed, physical stuff like shaking, crying, feeling sick.
Yeah, or even that really intense urge to just flee, run away. Or sometimes feeling irritable, almost cornered. It definitely acknowledges the sheer force of what's happening physically and emotionally.
And right away, almost immediately, it offers what feels like the most critical starting point.
Yeah.
That's the message of reassurance, right? What does the video say we need to hear or tell ourselves in that moment?
It's very direct. It cuts right through the panic, with clear grounding statements. Things like, you're going to be okay. These feelings will pass. You can do this. It really hammers home that point that, look, even though the feelings are incredibly uncomfortable, anxiety itself won't harm you. And maybe most importantly, you can handle them.
Wow. Just hearing that feels like grabbing onto something solid when you're in the middle of it. Okay, so with that reassurance kind of setting the stage, the video then walks through a process to start calming down. Where does it suggest we begin? How do we ground ourselves?
It really emphasizes getting back in touch with your immediate physical surroundings. So the very first step is simple, just noticing where you actually are right now.
It gives a specific exercise for that, focusing on touch first, doesn't it?
Yes, exactly. It suggests naming 3 things you can physically touch. Right there. And not just naming them, but maybe even describing the sensation a bit. Like the examples given are, I can feel my pants. They feel soft. Or I feel the chair under me. It's cool. It's about pulling your awareness out of that internal storm and into, the tangible reality right here.
Focusing on touch first. That's interesting. Okay, and then moving from touch, the video does bring in breathing. That comes up a lot with anxiety, obviously.
Yeah.
How does it frame using your breath?
The key point it makes is about slowing down the exhale. Just consciously making the out-breath a little bit longer than the in-breath. And the video links this straight back to that core reassurance message stating, you are safe right now.
Oh, right.
You're not in physical danger. You are safe.
Repeating that you are safe while you're doing the slow exhale.
Yeah.
It feels like it's working on 2 levels at once. The physical calming and the mental reminder.
Definitely.
Okay, what other sensory stuff does the video recommend for grounding?
Well, it suggests using something sensory to kind of shift your focus and ground you further. So if it's possible, washing your face with cold water, or even just holding something cold, like an ice cube. That sudden temperature change can be really effective.
Right, that cold shock. But what if, you're somewhere that you can't just splash water on your face?
Right, good point. If that's not an option, then it suggests something really simple, just gently patting your own face. The video actually guides you to notice the sensation of your hands touching different parts, like your cheeks, your forehead, your nose, lips, chin. Again, it's all about bringing your awareness back to a simple physical sensation happening right now in this present moment.
So these are all active ways to interrupt that runaway train of anxious thoughts or feelings. You're engaging your body and senses right here, right now.
Precisely, yeah. And woven through all these techniques, it keeps coming back to that consistent reminder. In this moment, here and now, you're safe.
The source also mentions a couple of other, maybe slightly less common physical actions, like giving yourself a little hug.
Yeah.
And the one that really jumped out at me was
trying to fake a big yawn.
Yes. Why a yawn?
Well, the video explains it as a way your body can actually send a signal up to your brain. It helps remind your brain that, hey, in this specific moment, you are actually safe. It's one of those surprising but kind of clever little nuggets, you know?
That is fascinating, how these small, seemingly simple physical actions can actually tap into the body's own safety system and communicate back to the brain. Um, the video also talks about managing your external environment too, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It suggests intentionally trying to slow things down. And if you can, finding a quieter, sort of safer feeling space where there's less stimulation bombarding you. So that could be, your bedroom, maybe a bathroom, or even just stepping outside for a bit of fresh air.
Okay.
And it also mentions the comfort that can come from being near a pet or with the person you trust and feel safe with.
Right, so either turning down the volume on the sensory input or finding that comfort and connection.
Yeah.
But what if you're stuck somewhere? Like you physically can't go to a different place right then?
Yeah. The video offers a kind of mental escape hatch for that situation.
Hmm.
Visualization. If you can't physically leave, it suggests maybe closing your eyes for just a moment and vividly picturing a place where you feel safe and calm. Or you could even pull up a picture of that place on your phone if you have one. The person in the video actually shares their own personal visualization.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this image of a beautiful desert canyon really early in the morning, feeling the cool, crisp air.
Having that mental retreat sort of ready to go feels like a really valuable tool.
Yeah.
Finding that sense of safety, even when your physical options are, limited.
Exactly. And bringing all these different techniques together, the video makes a really crucial point. Your body naturally has a calming response. It knows how to do it. So these methods aren't about forcing yourself to instantly stop feeling anxious, which is often impossible anyway. It's more about gently easing yourself into that natural calming process that your body already had.
Oh, I like that reframe. That's much better. You're not fighting the feeling head on.
Right?
You're sort of guiding your body and mind, giving them cues to help them find their way back toward calm.
Exactly. And that thread running through every single step is that message of capability, that empowerment. These feelings will pass. You are capable. You can do this.
It really does feel like a step-by-step map to navigate out of the overwhelming feeling. And it's rooted in such simple, accessible actions and that powerful core message of reassurance.
Yeah.
Wow. So stepping through these techniques from the video, it really feels like you're getting this practical toolkit you can actually carry around with you. It's not just abstract advice, it's stuff you can do.
It truly is, yeah. It takes something that feels so huge and intense, like an anxiety attack, and breaks it down into manageable actions using just your own body and what's immediately around you. Noticing 3 things you can touch.
Right.
Lengthening your out-breath using cold water, or just touch on your face. Finding a quiet spot, or even just picturing one in your mind. These aren't just random tips. They're active ways to engage your system differently, to interrupt that cycle.
And I think combining those sensory actions with that constant, gentle reassurance, you are safe, you are capable, this will pass. That seems like where the real power lies, doesn't it? It's like you're speaking directly to the fear while also giving your body something completely different to focus on.
Yes, exactly. It helps to interrupt that fear loop that gets going. By engaging your senses, guiding your breath, you're sending different signals back to your brain and your body. You're helping them shift gear basically away from that threat response and more towards a state of perceived safety. And the video even mentions, these are just a few starting points. It suggests you can explore more ways to calm your body, like looking into grounding skills courses or things like that.
That makes sense. So it's showing you the principle behind it all, how to tap into your body's own calming system.
Right. And what's really striking, I think, is how these seemingly small, simple physical cues, faking a yawn or just noticing the texture of your clothes, how they can actually have such a potentially profound influence on your brain's sense of safety and your body's overall state. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it, about the incredible capacity our bodies have to help regulate our emotional well-being if we just learn how to listen and how to guide them a little.
That is a really powerful idea to sit with. Thanks for guiding us through these insights today.